Hey guys, this is a production of the J&J Media, brought to you by Minute Peach Freeman Designs and Gift Shops. What's up, guys? Welcome to the 14th episode of the J&J Sports Talk. I'm your host, Jordan Dorosic, followed by my co-hosts, Christian and Thomas. And we also got a special guest on the side. We have John Freeman as well, our special guest. But
very special.
Yeah, this is our first episode where everybody has their cameras on. So I don't know, John. I think he's cooking currently, so we're gonna have to get him on and off on the camera currently. So I don't know. I think he's dying. There must be a fire in the kitchen. All right, so we're gonna get started with FTR segment. We have a little bit of stuff that happened on from previous week, and we're gonna start off with Shady with that.
Well, as everybody knows, the whole thing with this FTR Hall of Fame thing. We're gonna finish. We're done talking about such a silly issue, but needless to say that after my comments last week on our podcast, that I was removed and kicked out of FTR. Now the whole thing was they said I was trashing FTR, which I wasn't. I was just commenting on the idea of that Hall of Fame being silly, which the idea of it I think is silly. The league itself is good, has good parts and bad parts. The C League that I was in is actually a very, very good league. It has very competitive for my skill level and the guys that race with this past season and the guys that were in a lineup this season. If I thought the league was trash and this, that, and the other, I wouldn't have brought two guys to join the league this season. But the whole thing was with this Hall of Fame thing, which the idea of it, I told Billy a long time ago when the idea came up, my thoughts on it a long time ago. So yeah, everybody kind of said, "Oh well, you just didn't get voted in, so that's why you're pissed off." No, I could care less because I knew what the parameters were. I didn't care. I told Billy what my opinion was a long time ago. I don't give a I could care less. And as a matter of fact, I was about to even say that, but in the Discord on how silly it was, but I didn't want to disrespect the guys that were getting in. Now, apparently they did their podcast last week and roasted me and this, that, and the other, and that's fine. That's fine. But
what'd they say in the podcast?
Apparently I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna. I wasn't gonna even give them the view or waste my time. But apparently they roasted me pretty good. About this, that, and the other, and apparently they made a comment of how when Big Rig 634 is the one that hosts it with his bro homie Bubba B Dozer. You got to understand these two guys, and this is what I told the two guys coming into the league, that in a C League, which is a very good league. The C League is a very good league. It's a fun league with some awesome guys and very, very competitive. But the guys in B League, which I noted last week, have their little clique headed up by Big Rig and Bubba, which you gotta also kind of. These are two guys that were probably picked on and bullied their entire life growing up, and never accepted in anything, and picked on and bullied, and were outcasts. And now, in a video game, they were actually accepted into this little group in the B League. So
sounds like me.
Their whole thing, their whole thing is to roast people. They have no idea. They have such low self-esteem, and it's pretty sad and it's pretty pathetic, but very, very sad. As that the way that they interact with people is to put people down and to ridicule people, and to cast shade on them, and this, that, and the other, and insult them in a jokingly way. So if you react to it, which is, they always say, oh, how they want to stir the pot because they have nothing better to do. and it makes them feel good because of their low self-esteem. So, but apparently they roasted me because of my comments last week regarding the whole Hall of Fame thing. But be that as it may, I got kicked out. Um, as for apparently they were talking about how they're such a family and this, that, and the other, and they help people. Now, the B League isn't all that filled with bad people. The B League has some very good people too. And I told the guys, that I brought into the league that there are, very good people in the league. You have people like Dark Knight. You have people, like him and HT3 and, Chris is Fast, which I think his name is Blue Bayou now. Um, you know, Lugnut. You do have some very, very good people in that B League. I think Micah's in there. Davey Allison, I think, has joined in. But so there are some very, very good, awesome people that will actually help you. Dark Knight has taught me a lot of things. I mean, he's a very awesome guy. He'll work with you and teach you. But this clique, with Big Rig and Bubba, their little groupies and everything. Their idea of helping you and their family is to, you say, oh, well, I'm having trouble. Well, their idea of helping you is go pull up the hitter 3 on YouTube. That's their idea of helping you. But anyway, yeah, the hitter 3. Yeah, they send you to hitter 3. But anyway, so yeah, I got kicked out for my opinion and my thoughts on this whole Hall of Fame thing, which is actually kind of a bummer because I was really looking forward to the race tonight and the start of the new season and racing with those guys in the C League, because you have some really awesome guys like Sky Pilot and Snowden and a couple other guys, that are really, really fun to race with. Very awesome people. So it's kind of a bummer, and maybe I should have kept my mouth shut a week. I don't know, but because I'm kind of a little bit honestly bummed out a little bit. I didn't think I would get kicked out of the league for my opinions and thoughts, but I did, and so that's how everything ended with that.
Well, it sounds like
Yeah.
because you're mainly with JCR guys. That's from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you're pretty
Yeah.
hated if you're anywhere near us, but I wasn't expecting that kind of response. I mean, I guess it was mentioned to get views, a couple views, which J-Ball wants, but I don't think we were expecting you to get kicked over some small opinions that wasn't even that bad.
It's because small opinions that they didn't want, or like they
They
didn't
kind
want
of
to
like
hear.
the Hall of Fame. They didn't want 2 drivers, so they changed their thing. And,
Oh, we got
Oh.
McLovin's back.
all right,
McLovin
so
is back.
we'll go on to the next topic now.
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, I don't know if he's gonna get his camera on while he's cooking. I don't know if he had a. Oh, I see something popping.
Will he be always on his
There's the
PC?
legend.
There it
The
is.
legend is back.
The legend.
Man, we
The
thought we
myth,
lost
the
you in the
legend.
fire. We thought we lost you. In
John,
the
do you
middle.
have anything to say on this FTR debate?
Yeah,
No.
the FTR Hall of Fame.
No. You don't think you should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Alright.
I have no comment either way. I
I'm
have
just
friends
curious, so I
over
don't get
there.
fined.
I'm
Is that
trying
your answer?
not to get in the middle of that. That's
Exactly. All right. Next topic.
All right, football.
Next topic. Let's move on.
Football.
Which game do y'all want to start with?
Eagles Cowboys.
Any of them? We had a lot of good games. Unless John's only
Oh.
here for.
Wait,
the big
you're
games.
talking about last week's games.
Yeah. Do we
Okay.
want to go into
I mean, we could go into
what
Eagles
you're for,
Cowboys.
or-
No, let's go ahead and I'll stay. Let's do the
We had a lot of
last week's
good
games
games.
first. How about let's start with the Vikings comeback since that was on Saturday.
Yep. We'll start with the Vikings
Oh.
comeback. They came back, NFL's largest comeback with 33 points over the Colts. Any thoughts on that? It was outstanding. Well,
I mean,
watched the
that
game start to finish.
We kind of called that, even in the first quarter. Like, we were just joking around. It's like, oh, yeah, it's only 33 points. They can still technically lose this, and it happens. It's kind of funny how it played out.
Any team Matt Ryan on has a chance to blow a big lead. That's what
I
I've
mean,
learned.
The sad
is
part
it-
is, like, the Colts haven't scored 33 points the whole season, and they finally get a big lead, and they have a good defense, and they just crumbled.
Is it mainly on the Colts defense or the Colts offense for not getting more points in that second half after outstanding first half?
It's hard to
I think
put too
Colts
much
did their
blame on.
job.
Yeah, it's
33
pretty.
points is pretty good.
You gotta remember, Colts also their defense/special teams had 2 touchdowns. I mean, they did a good job. Obviously, you don't want to give up 33 or 39 points in the second half as a defense, but you kind of expect your offense to be able to hold their own. You gotta remember, a defense is going to get tired if they keep going over there every 2-3 minutes. They're back on the field, getting driven down the field. Like they're going to get worn out.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
What else?
we lost
Anything?
one of our guys.
Oh, let's talk about the refs. What about them? At least there was one clear fumble where they ruled it wasn't a touchdown for progress or whatever, but it was a clear fumble.
Yeah, forward progress.
That's when I thought the game was over for the Vikings. I was like, refs got in between us. They effed them, and yep, Colts are gonna win
There
this.
were several calls that went on the Colts side that were clearly against the Vikings, and they still came back from that 33 points.
That big screen, that's what got them the win.
Yeah, 60-yard screen
That was
pass to Dalvin
impressive.
Cook.
You know what's impressive is KJ Osborne's breakout performance.
Yeah, he had a good game. Whoever that broadcaster was in booth, that ex receiver was talking about him the whole entire game, and it was really annoying.
Yeah.
Y'all see that route by Justin Jefferson?
Yes, I reposted it
Ooh.
on TikTok. It was nasty.
It was nasty.
I sent it to Clashin too. I was like, how do you have to feel as a receiver when you do that to a former defensive player type cornerback? Like
Well,
that's
Clashon
disgusting.
wouldn't know. I don't think he's ever cooked a
Oh, I
DB.
wouldn't know. I don't have that. Not like that. Maybe deep, but not
No,
like
but I'm
that.
saying
with
I'm not
route
saying it
running.
has to be the same exact route, but like it's got to feel some type of good as a receiver to like burn a guy that might have been talking crap or
No, if
or
he was talking crap, definitely. But
or
if
is
he was
or is
quiet,
no or
whatever.
is known as one of the best corners in the league. Like that's got to feel good.
Yeah.
At least he knows he has a decency of knowing to point over to the ref, try to get himself lined up, not a legal formation, such as the Redskins guy over here, head to toe. Well, we can move into that.
Well,
we'll move into the
we can
Redskins game.
debate that, but we can also debate the non-pass interference call. But we haven't got even onto that. We're still talking about the Colts blowing that massive lead. Impressive for the Vikings, disappointing for the Colts. I mean, man,
Jonathan Taylor deserves better, Shady.
what's that?
Jonathan Taylor deserves better.
Yeah, he does.
Poor guy.
Absolutely.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He was supposed to play.
They might have won
man.
if he was in the game.
Yeah.
And if
He
you
got hurt first play.
well, here's the thing I've noticed over the last 2 years, even when they had Wentz and even with Rivers, really, they don't have receivers that can get separation. None. That is their issue. They don't have a single receiver that can get open.
I like the receivers.
They
I
have good
would agree.
receivers. They don't have receivers that can get open. They have big receivers. You have a Pittman and a Pierce that can sometimes make, contested catches. But they're not over there busting the defense's top of the defense open. They're just not. It just doesn't work for them. They need a game-changing receiver.
I would agree. And I would agree. They don't have any receivers that strike fear in a defense. I mean,
Exactly.
right. They don't have They don't have any receivers that they pick. I mean, they can be covered by their third cornerback. So I mean, they're just. I would agree totally with John. Definitely.
I just want to point this out, John. He looks like Bill Belichick with the hoodie on, and then you just need to cut the sleeves off. That'd be perfect look.
I actually have some sleeveless hoodies.
So that'd be perfect. That'll just top notch it right there. But we can move it into the Sunday night football game with the Giants versus the Redskins, aka Commanders football team, whatever you want to call them. They helped out the Cowboys for sure because the Cowboys needed a Giants win to get them clinched into the playoffs, and it ended up happening. But Shady, tell us how it ended up happening. It wasn't very pretty towards the end.
Like I was saying before the show, I mean, you can't get two teams any more evenly matched. I mean, 2 weeks ago they played to that tie, and here they go again, and should have gone to a second overtime. I mean, anything. What can you kind of say? I mean, the Redskins came back, and I mean, it all comes down to that final series when they had the ball inside the 5 yard line, and Terry McLaurin, even though that he did, try checking with the referee, it is his responsibility to be on the line of scrimmage, and he was not. So I mean, it was a penalty, and they called it, but that last play, that last offensive play, that pass interference was also a penalty that wasn't called. So, um, it's just the breaks of the game, but definitely, it definitely helped out Dallas, but not as much because of Dallas losing earlier on Sunday afternoon. But it does help out Dallas because Dallas either way has clinched the playoffs with that loss. Um, so I mean, it's getting tight at the end, man. It's getting tight at the end with the NFC East. It's really, really going to come down to that final week.
At the end of the day, Shady, one thing you could keep in your mind is you still control your own destiny. You're still sitting in the 7th seed. If you went out, you're in. You know what I'm saying?
Very, yeah, absolutely. That's why I said I think it's going to come down to that final week. That's going to come down to Dallas Washington game, if Washington gets in or not. More than likely, I mean they still got, they got, I mean they got San Francisco coming up, which we all know that's very, very tough game. And then I can't remember who they have after that, because there's 3 games left, I believe, right?
3 games, yeah.
Yes, 3 games left.
Yeah. Right. So I know they have San Francisco. I can't remember who they have after that, and then they finish up with Dallas. So you're right, man. They are in control of their own destiny. So absolutely right.
And you should be getting Chase Young back in the next game or two for the last final stretch. So
Hopefully.
well, he was
Hopefully.
he was
They
supposed to
said
play this
he
week.
can come back each week. So hopefully.
Well, Chase Young actually said that this week he didn't start is because he was still working on getting in-game reps in practice. So maybe if more conditioning this week, he'll be able to go this week because he said health-wise he's completely good.
Right.
Man,
Y'all play. Oh, the Browns is your 3rd game, Shady. Y'all play the Browns.
Okay. The Cleveland. So there you go. That that could be. Yeah, that should be a win. But hey, I mean the Browns took out the Ravens, so I mean any given Sunday, you guys know that.
I would say this about the Browns: they have a very, very good defense, so they can be in any
2 good
game.
running backs.
Exactly.
You're gonna stop their run game.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked that running back duo with
Chubb and Hunt.
With Hunt and Chubb, yeah.
Hunt's a pretty good kicker too.
Kicker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about kickers. I don't care if he can kick.
Please tell me you didn't miss the joke. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I know what you're talking about. I just don't care about kickers.
You try to sneak one in there. Yeah, next topic.
How about that Buccaneers collapse in the second half?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of
JWoww.
Well, if we're gonna talk about collapse,
No,
we're gonna talk about collapse. What about that collapse on Dallas at the end there?
Oh, we'll move on.
Let's talk about the Bucks first.
Let's talk about the
We'll
Bucks.
get to
So
Dallas
JWoww,
later, yeah.
a week ago, JWoww was like, Bucks? Stop talking about the Bucks. Who are the Bucks? What are they even doing? And then you look at the score and they're up, 17-3 on the Bengals? So now,
Mike Evans had 71 yards in the first quarter. 71 in the first quarter.
They end up losing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're
They
saying.
were
I don't know what point you're trying to
It was
prove.
a
Just
shame.
I've been
saying.
telling you guys
It was
for
a shame.
weeks about the Bengals. I've been telling you guys for weeks
for the
about
Bucks.
Well,
The
we
Bucks
knew
are
the Bengals
6
were
and
good.
8, man.
We knew the Bengals were good. The thing that's weird about the Bucks is like they have halves like that you've seen where they could beat anyone in the league, and then they have halves where they look like the worst team in the league. It's insane.
Yeah,
It's honestly insane.
It's a 60-minute game, guys.
Yeah. But no, my point is the thing with the Bucks. You know why they still kind of scare me in the playoffs? Because if they could put a whole game together like they do in some of these like halves, they are still scary. Like they could definitely end up beating people in the playoffs if they play like that for a whole game. Like if you watch the watch the Bengals game, if they play
we'll
like
make
they
it
did
to
in
the
the first
playoffs,
half,
Flash.
it was insane. It was
No,
insane.
they will.
No,
Well,
I said at least we'll make it to the
what you
playoffs.
guys got to also got to look at as far as that game with Tampa Bay and Cincinnati, and the big key to that whole game were those 4 turnovers at Tampa Bay.
And those were
4 turnovers.
Those were terrible turnovers by Brady. Terrible.
4 turnovers. You lose the ball 4 times in the NFL, you shouldn't win.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know exactly how many points the Bengals got off of those turnovers, but I'm sure it was that it.
They had
No,
3 drives start within the 40-yard line of the Buccaneers from 3 of those turnovers.
there you go.
So speaking of
So-
turnovers, there was a game that ended on a turnover with the Cowboys pick six.
Best day of my life right there.
Okay,
it
here we
wasn't even
go,
his
here we
fault,
go.
but I still loved it.
Alright,
I still loved it.
Oh, they finally lost in the first time in 4 games.
Finally,
so y'all could
oh,
could
no, 4
enjoy
games,
this
sorry.
moment. So go off.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so I lost this week though. What? When the playoffs start? So they'll probably lose no game in 4 weeks. So they're good average. They lose every 4 games.
Actually, no.
Well,
With the how the scheme's been going, they'll lose.
You
one-
guys blew a big lead too.
No. They'll lose 1 game and they win 4 games. They'll lose 1 game, win 2 games, lose 1 game, win 4 games, and then now they should, since they lost this game, they should win 2 games, which will lose against the Commanders at the end of the season, and then we'll go on a 4-game winning streak towards the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
what
that's
it's looking
happening,
like.
Well,
Mathematically.
maybe I'm betting on it.
But like I was saying, at least we'll
Oh.
make it.
Mm.
We're
So-
making
so
it in the
what
playoffs
happened?
currently.
You are a fan, and you are a fan.
What was the score at half? Was it like 28-10 or something like that?
It was 21-7.
21-7. So what happened? Turnovers, just missed first down.
The defense gave it up. That's what
Oh,
it
the best
basically-
defense in the league gave it up.
I didn't say they're best defense in the
Mhm.
league, as you can.
I've been. Some reporters are saying they're a pretty good defense.
Yeah, but I'm saying for me, I never said they were the best defense. I've been saying the 49ers are the best defense. They have a
yeah,
good pass rush, yes, but they can't hold the run at all, which is what they've been struggling lately is the run. And that's what happened. They were running, and then Trevor Lawrence started passing all over us.
You're playing
And
a running
then-
team next week.
Yeah, we have a big team coming next week. I hope Jalen Hurts is healthy enough to play because I want to go watch that game.
You-
And
You want me to be honest with you? I was watching
hope not.
Stephen A. this morning, and I agree with him. I hope he doesn't play.
yeah, I don't
He
think
needs,
he's
he
gonna
needs
play
the
either.
rest. He needs the rest.
I don't
And
know.
also,
I hope
like,
he's healthy, but I don't want to.
Yeah. It's not worth it. We pretty much got the 1 seed clinched up either way. Like, it'd take a drastic failure. Like, just rest him. At least for the next 2 weeks. And if you need him in the last week of the season to clinch 1 seed, bring him back. You don't need him right now. He needs the rest. We're going to need him more in the playoffs than to beat the Cowboys. We don't care about that much. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
You guys play in the last week?
We play the Giants, I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, beat the Giants.
Yeah,
Beat that way it
exactly.
helps the Lions.
Exactly.
Yeah, beat the Giants. You
Alright,
talk about the Patriots? That last play of the Patriots?
Yeah, Patriots
That
gave
was
it up on
another
a
part of
turnover
the
as well.
Patriots.
Actually,
Oh,
they
oh
Matt.
man.
started lateraling the ball everywhere for no reason. They could have just went down, went in overtime, everything would have been fine, and then just pass it right to Chandler Jones. He stiffs arm Mac Jones, goes in the end zone just like that.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I mean, and talk about. I mean, if anybody else, Chandler Jones, the former New England Patriot, talk about getting his revenge. You couldn't get it any better. Any revenge any better if you're Chandler Jones. That's for sure.
Did
And
he have-
he just made Mac Jones look silly with that stiff arm and just shoved him right there. That was just sick.
Katie, he
Sick.
didn't. That was just he didn't have to dribble that man's head off the freaking field. That was just messed up. That was just wrong.
You're
That man,
right.
that man didn't have to do that. He could have broken ankle tackle. Like, you don't have to dribble that man to hell. Like, that was terrible.
Yeah, but
felt
it's
so bad for
Chandler
Mac
Jones.
Jones. I
It's
felt so
Chandler
bad.
Jones, then you're gonna go score the winning touchdown against your former team. You're gonna throw a little extra oomph into that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You think Bill retires
At
for
least
this season?
Bill's
Huh?
not retiring.
No.
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 is Tom Brady gonna retire after the
He
season?
needs to actually get offensive coordinators when he needs to do.
No. No. Negative.
What, Tom Brady?
Yeah, Tom Brady.
To Tom Brady. Yeah, he's not retiring.
No,
So
he's
where's
not
he gonna
retiring.
go?
Dude,
He's in
He-
teams.
he'll find a spot. But you know what? If that man came back for 1 year and got a divorce just to come back for 1 year, that man failed at life. All right, I don't care.
Yeah.
You're not coming back for 1 year and like giving up your kids in a divorce and like no.
I know, but
No.
I don't
what
think
team
I
he's
think
gonna
he's
go
going
to
for longer 1 year.
is what we're talking about. What
I'm
team is he
going
gonna
to-
go to?
Raiders. I got my
Tampa
money on the
Bay.
Raiders.
Raiders
You
are
think-
very
you think he's
likely.
staying?
Um,
You think he's staying? I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I-
he's staying.
Buccaneers, I could see him staying. Until like earlier this season, I was gonna say Miami still, but they're gonna stick with Tua now, I think. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure. I'm not sure.
yeah, they stick with Tua. They're gonna sink or swim with Tua.
I gotta stick with Tua. But yeah, I think Brady's leaving. Pretty confident that he's leaving.
You gonna
He's
put
not
the house on
retiring
it?
though. He's 100% not
Yeah,
retiring.
I'm betting both houses on it. Brady is leaving, going to the Raiders. I'm gonna put Raiders at 90%.
Oh, you mean the Raiders, where he has a #1 receiver and a pass game and a top tight end
Yep.
and a rush game?
And
Wow, that'd be
Yep.
that'd be good.
Josh
That'd
Jacobs.
be good.
What else?
If they keep Jacobs, he's in his last year of his contract. Remember that, which is big.
I heard if they get Brady, they're gonna franchise tag Jacobs. That's what I heard.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't you? I would. I
Yeah.
mean, that would be the smart move.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on into the Steelers. They got to win. Oh, wow. Look at
Dominated
this guy's
fashion.
happy now. He's man. They don't get very many
Dominated.
of those, so he's got to
We
smile.
don't win much.
All right.
Still in the playoff hunt. Long shot, but we're still in it.
Very long.
We had the same odds to win the Super Bowl as the Cowboys. I'll just say that.
No,
They're
not
based
even
on my
close,
odds. It's not
so
like actual
Don't be saying the
facts.
fake news,
That's
okay? Anything that's factual that you would like to stay on this show?
That the Steelers can win the Super Bowl? Yeah, any team can.
No, I'm saying factual, not opinionated.
I don't know.
Anything about the
I think they
game?
can.
Anything happen? Anything special?
I mean, Pickens stood over a ref for some reason. We
The
just
ref
we
was trying to
dominated the game. It
tackle him.
wasn't.
Your player went and hung out in the huddle with the other team. That was cool. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Got a
Freaking
flag.
Penn State guy right here. I already forget his name because I don't care about him anymore. During a TV timeout, he ran over to the opposite side of the huddle and just started talking shit to everyone. It was like what 4th and 18, and they gave him first down. It was bad.
I mean,
Wow.
that sounds like a typical Steelers thing to do.
Yeah, Marcus Allen being a bitch.
Can we can all be honest, J-Well, even if you don't like the Steelers. Big Ben wasn't the problem. That's what we found out over the last year. All right, he was not the issue. We can all agree on that, right? He was definitely not the issue. At least not
What
the
is
biggest issue.
What is the issue in your opinion?
Yeah, what is this?
Right now, offensive line is still terrible. They just starting to
Left
get the
side is
run
getting
game
better.
going. It's getting better, but how terrible has it been to start the season, Clash? Quarterback's been getting
Pretty bad. We didn't run the ball at all. I mean, getting
You have a-
sacked,
you have
but
a rookie-
I'm blaming the play caller.
You have Deontay Johnson, who's dropped almost the most. Like I think he might be leading still in passes dropped this year. You have a rookie receiver in George Pickens who's just like getting into his own rhythm over the last few weeks. And it's
Doesn't
a
even get the
bunch of
ball.
young guys. Yeah, but I'm saying you got a bunch of young guys. They're all learning to play together. I mean, they're getting better. You can tell if you watch the last over a month. Pickett's been playing a lot better. The team's been playing a lot better. Like
Yeah, we are
outside-
4-2 the last 6 weeks. We should have
should-
won last week.
you should have beat the Ravens. You threw
Yeah, we
you
should've.
Trubisky threw 3 picks inside the 20-yard line of the Ravens. Like, bro, what is that?
That's
Super
the
Bowl
MVP
team.
right there. That's an MVP move.
We're
Performance.
trading him. We're trading him to.
What are you going to get out of
to
him?
get a
What are you
lineman.
going to get out of Mr.
A lineman.
Trubisky?
A lineman. We're gonna trade him to the Colts. Get a
A-
lineman.
A 7th round lineman, maybe.
I don't care. A lineman's a lineman.
You're not going to get anybody from from him. Nobody's going to want him.
Nah. As long as we get a water boy, just want something for him. Next topic.
Yeah. Next topic.
No, what? Should we look at this game?
Yeah.
What do you
look
got
at-
next?
Okay. I got a question for y'all. Is Packers have a solid shot at making it to the playoffs?
They don't have a solid shot, but they have a shot. They have a very tough
they
last
need
3
help.
games.
Yeah.
They need the Giants to lose out, I believe, and they need Washington to lose 2 of their last 3. And they obviously got to win out, and they still have to play Miami. They have to play
Yep.
the Lions,
Vikings.
and I can't remember, and Vikings.
I don't
Those
think
are the
they
last
need the
3 games.
Giants.
Yeah.
I don't think they need the Giants to lose out. I think they just need.
Yeah, they do.
No, they do because Giants have a tiebreaker over them.
Well, no, they're the 6th seed. They need to get the 7th seed. 7th seed is held by the Commanders right now.
Yeah, but that's where they need help. The Lions are pretty.
Yeah.
They're a pretty safe bet. So
If
they
they
need a
win
lot of help
out-
from.
They need
The
Seattle
Giants.
lose a couple. Yeah, they'll need Seattle lose a couple, and then Commanders probably need to lose 2 out of the next 3.
And they would need Lions to lose 1.
Yeah,
Because-
the
And
Dolphins.
what they
not
face the Lions
Dolphins.
though, so that's one right there.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but the Lions need to lose 1 game before they play that game. For
Exactly,
The
yeah.
Packers to jump them. They need to lose 2 games there. So the
the
Packers
Lions are
it's a
7
long
and
shot. They have
7
the
though.
same odds. Yeah, but the next 3 games is pretty easy for them. they would be
I know,
what
but
10
if
and
they
7.
face the Packers, then they'll be at if they win 2 out of the 3 games, then they'll be 9-8. And if the Packers win out, they'll be 9-8.
Yeah, but the Lions still have a better NFC record against the NFC.
Well, it depends on how many. If it's 2 teams or 3 teams, because whatever their division record is.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Giants are pretty much secured. They're in. Like I don't
the
see them
Giants have
falling out.
nothing to do with because there's a 6.
But I'm saying that only leaves one slot, and I'm saying
I
let's
know,
say Washington falls out, right?
Yes.
And you have the Lions and Packers. Even if the Packers beat them, the Lions would still need one more loss, or the Packers would still need another loss from Lions outside of that. Because if they finish the same record, Lions get the tiebreaker.
And the Lions face the Vikings, right?
I don't think so. I think they already played them twice.
Yeah, they played them like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they beat them last time. Yeah.
I mean, the Bears haven't been. I mean, they're playing pretty solid right now, so it's not a guaranteed.
Bears would be 9-8 if they, went out.
Yeah, if Green Bay wins out,
Mhm.
they'll be 9-8, and if Lions win,
The Lions, let's say they do,
9-8.
let's say they do lose to the Packers in the last game, they would be 9-8. So like the tiebreaker, how would that work? Because
It goes
The
to
Lions
whoever's
beat
got
the
the,
first
matchup,
it goes to whoever's got the better conference record.
which would probably be the
unless
Lions.
it's only 2 teams, then it'll go to head to head, and then it'll go to.
If Packers beat them though, and then it would still be head to head would be
It'd
even.
be 1-1,
because
yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
then it would, if it's then it would
I think
go
it goes to
to
conference after that. Still.
But if it's 2 teams in the same division, wouldn't it go to the division record?
Oh yeah, probably.
And
All
if
the
that's
Giants
still
have to do is
tied,
win
then,
one game,
then it'll go to
and they're in.
the conference record.
Yeah, Giants won one more. They're in 100%.
But let's say the Giants lose out and the Redskins also lose out, like I think they will.
Then
The
there's 2
Packers
spots
and
right
Lions
there.
can still both make it.
I don't think.
I think they can both. It's a long shot from both to make it, but there's a chance.
Honestly,
unless the Giants win one game.
But unless the Eagles like don't win this week or next week, they're gonna rest their guys against the Giants, and the Giants will win that.
Maybe.
So we got to figure that
I
out.
rather- I
It's-
want the
it's,
Packers.
it's,
I want
it's
the
a lot
Packers
of putting pieces together because I was like messing with the little what if calculator thing. See like who would be here if went here, and there's just so many possibilities, and we just have to go.
God,
week
I'm
by
not
week.
stressing about that right now. Woo, that'd be something.
I'm not stressing about it yet.
You're stuck where you are. So I mean,
I already pretty
unless
much know.
unless a
number 5.
drastic fucking collapse happens, you're stuck in the 5th seed.
Yeah, there's almost 99% sure I already know where number 5 seed, and we're 80% sure going to face the Bucks, just in case, unless the Panthers have a run towards the end of the season.
No, Panthers are already out. They said Panthers had to win every single game for them to make the playoffs, so they're already out. So I think the
not if
Bucks
the Bucks
have a
starts
lot.
losing.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
'cause-
Bucks. If the Bucks was out, the Panthers still have a shot, but it would be the winner of the Bucks Panthers game. That would probably be the
Yeah,
playoff spot.
that's real. The main thing here is the Panthers versus Bucks game, not this week, but the next week. But
And I think,
keep an eye on them. I don't think they're just
Well,
going to be just out.
remember the Saints. Technically, the Saints are still there because they're tied with the Panthers.
Yeah, they're tied one game behind, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, but
be
I think the
head-to-head.
Panthers have the majority or the tiebreaker over all of them. That's why they're second in the division currently. Then I think it goes Saints and then Falcons after that.
Yeah, Falcons are out. They're not making it.
Oh, they got a shot. They just need
Yeah,
everything to fall in place.
they all have a shot.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the same
They're
shot at
better.
you getting 1 seed. It's very
Yeah,
far fetched.
they're all under a blanket right now. They just one team
Still.
needs more help than the others.
Panthers beat the Buccaneers the last time they played them, so at the moment they have a tiebreaker over the Bucks.
Yeah, I clicked the one win over the Panthers versus the Bucks, and that pretty much put them in prime position. They just need to either win out, or they could win one game and they need the Bucks to lose another 2 out of the next 3. But
Well, if the
other
Pan-
playoff-
It doesn't matter what the Bucks do. If the Panthers went out, they should they'll because they still play the Bucks another time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if Panthers
if,
went out,
if
they're in.
Panthers went out, it doesn't matter what the
Yeah.
Bucks do.
Exactly, because they'll win on a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and they'll finish the season 8-9. I think Panthers will finish 8-9,
Mhm.
and the Bucks.
Well, I
All
don't want that to
depends.
happen
Worst division of
Why
football
don't you
this
want
year.
that to happen? Why don't you want it to happen then?
because I don't see. All right, so the Panthers got. I mean, we're not gonna use that. Never mind. I don't see the Panthers being able to compete with Cowboys. The Panthers don't really have. They're a run game. That's it. Like and the Steelers completely stopped that. So if the Steelers could do it, I think the Cowboys could do it. I'd rather have the Bucks play the Cowboys. At least like there's a chance. Ooh, maybe Tom Brady and Evans plays the first half of the Bengals game.
Nah,
Like maybe they get
I'm
going.
going for the
They already
Panthers.
beat you guys once. They shut Dak down in week 1 already. So like I have hope in the Bucks. I have zero hope in the Panthers beating the
I
Cowboys.
know that's why I
If it's
want
the
the
Pan- if it's the
Panthers.
Panthers, if it's the Panthers game, I'm going to the game because that's like a 5-hour drive for me. I'll go to that.
Well,
But
shit,
I would rather
I'll
I'd
fly
rather be
over
the
to-
Bucks.
I'll
I'd
fly
rather
over
be the
to
Bucks.
Carolina. Go to that game. We'll meet up in there. We'll go to the Panthers versus Cowboys wild card game.
Panthers have nothing, but I don't want them in the playoffs.
No, Buccaneers are definitely the better option. Like they actually have weapons. Even if they've been trash all year, those weapons get hot for one game. I mean, or like they did in the first half versus the Bengals.
All right, we'll move
right.
into next week's topic, which is the big game. Was supposed to be the big game, but now it's still a big game, but the importance level is almost diminished because of the Cowboys loss versus the Jags. But I'll still take it. Big game. I mean, but it may not be as big because they're probably may rest or Jalen Hurts is hurt, but not too hurt. Hurt enough to where they consider him to rest.
He's hurt enough not to play. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I don't want him out there.
But he said he's fine.
Yeah, he played the rest of the game, but he also had adrenaline. Like he's gonna say he's fine. He's a competitor. He wants to be out there. But
Just
dude,
give
I'm
him
not.
A couple shots, he'll be fine right before the game.
Shannon Sharp was already talking about it too. He's like he needs to rest because he had that same injury and he felt it all the way through the rest of the season. He's a tight end. Imagine being quarterback throwing with that injury. Like
Yeah,
you need rest.
I listened to some podcasts where like they had a similar injury and they were saying like even just like kind of like lifting their arm up like this to go shake somebody's hand.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp was like they would give me medicine, I'd feel great, and then after a while I just couldn't lift my arm anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like I'd rather him rest at least a few weeks and let it heal.
It may be more serious than we think it is, honestly.
If
I
it
mean,
is,
it could
it is.
be, but I don't think it will affect him during the game. Once the adrenaline get going, he'll be fine.
Say that until he takes another big hit on the shoulder.
I mean, it honestly will. He will feel it after the game, but it won't be an issue during the game unless he breaks something.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's already strained. You don't want to put more on that injury. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd rather just rest it and let it heal. I don't think we'd eat them the last 3 weeks. I think as good as our run game is and the guys we got on the outside, we could win one of those games without them. Like, feel like it wouldn't be hard.
How would it make you feel about your team if they lose the next 3 games?
I would still feel fine about them. That just proves that, I mean, Jalen Hurts was needed. The system quarterback, you know.
Would that basically wrap up the MVP talk because he is the most valuable player?
Well, if he misses a game, they're not going to give it to him. They're going to find a way to give it to Mahomes anyway. They're already trying to. So I
was gonna say you can't miss a game and get
exactly.
Yeah, you can.
Unless the Eagles just play so badly they can't move the ball whatsoever.
Wentz missed the last 3 games of the 2017 season. He should have won it that year. So and they didn't give it to him because he missed games.
All right, so yeah, what if your confidence level is like at what right now on your team? 13-1 riding high.
I'm still massively confident that we could play if anyone because of our run game and what we got on the outside. Plus our defense is good. We got the best defensive pass rush in the league. I mean,
oh, I can't wait. I just want to face y'all in the playoffs so bad. I don't want to shut that up.
It's statistically proven, and I'm not even bragging. It's like a stat.
I know they're good. That's the thing. It's me as a fan. It's like, oh, it's a division rival. It's these fans. I respect you. I'm just talking about the Philly fans.
I know,
Philly
but the Cowboys fans are making this a bigger game than it is. That's what I'm saying.
I wanted it to be a big game, but that's the problem. Yeah. The Cowboys fucking lost, and now it's not as important as it should be. It's still a big game, but it's not as big of a game as it should have been. Like people were talking about it. It could have been the most viewed game in the NFL.
It could have been, but my thing is like even let's say if y'all won that, right? You still would have needed us to lose another game outside of your game to win the division. Like it was still going to be kind of a hard thing to do. Yes. Not nearly as hard as it is now, but it was still going to be almost very hard.
I know, but
very
still,
hard.
like, but the importance of that game to know, all right, this is it. This is the game right here, and they could change like a flow of a season. Like, say if the Cowboys just go out there and completely dominated the Eagles, and then they just start veering off to the wrong side of the road, they're going to start losing. You know, if you just demolish their momentum. Because they were 13, they would have been 13-1. Cowboys would have been 12 and no, they would have been 11-3, I think. But it's whatever. It's Jalen Hurts is probably not going to play. and I'm gonna go watch a bummed out Christmas Eve game for no reason.
Still be there happy.
And
I
y'all
mean,
still might lose. Never know.
nah, they're gonna get us. Especially if ours doesn't
Are
play.
you foreshadowing who you're gonna pick, clashing?
I might be. I don't know yet. Haven't decided.
Oh, he's smirking. He knows who he's gonna pick.
Yeah,
I think we
do.
both know.
I think we both know who we're picking, so we'll save that
Talked
for the
about
end.
this earlier, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Are you really gonna pick?
I not.
Are
When
you
are we-
picking-
when are we
you
choosing?
picking- No, the Cowboys versus Eagles game.
No, I said when are we choosing our picks?
Yeah, when are we choosing our picks?
Okay. First, before we get to the picks, I'm wondering where did Shady go? He's gone.
He might have fell asleep, but he left a while ago. Like it's
I
been.
know.
Yeah, it's
I
been a
know.
while.
I know he left, but I'm saying it's not like
I
he was
don't
a
know.
race because he's out of the league now.
True. I think he was a relative or someone was over yelling at him, so he wanted to get out of here to give us some
Clash,
peace
We're
and
gonna
quiet.
have to donate and pitch in for a PC so we can get a webcam.
All right, you can get that.
Flash has got to pitch in for his own PC. What do you
I
mean?
need-
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get I need to hit a parlay first before I start donating some money.
Facts.
Which I haven't done any parlays recently. I think I'm pretty proud of myself. I haven't been betting on anything.
I'm doing one for the Cowboys game.
I'm doing Miles Sanders over 150, even if we lose. He's getting
Are
150
y'all-
rushing
are y'all
yards.
gonna do-
100%. He's running all over that defense.
You're gonna bet on the Eagles clashing?
No, he's not. I don't
yeah,
think he's
yeah.
gonna
Some
play
like
Eagles
that.
players will be
Yeah.
in the parlay, but
Oh,
We're not doing money lines.
I don't do who wins in the spread.
Exactly.
And all that. I
You
just-
do player props. You don't do money lines. It's too risky. Because it's 50-50 odds no matter what. Well,
'cause
spreads are
it's at-
even worse.
It's at
like
Yeah.
-5 right now, -6, I think.
I don't
minus
like that.
6.
Unless
Yeah.
it's like -28. That's the only way. 'Cause then we have some wiggle room. -5 is touchdown. That's too much.
Okay, but they did originally open up as a favorite, 1 point.
Actually, even if it was -20, I wouldn't do it because the Cowboys are known for stat chasing. So they would probably score being up 41 to 20. Oh, we gotta get that extra touchdown.
No, they don't. They
No,
haven't done
you
that.
guys do keep your starters in a long time to score, even when you're up by 28 in the fourth quarter. I've seen it.
And look what that proved to you this weekend. The Colts could have took out their starters. They still would have came back no matter what.
With
from the
5 minutes
Vikings?
left, and you're up by 28, and your team's still in there with the starters.
No, our third string running back scored a touchdown with 5 or 4 minutes
He
left.
did, but you also had. There's been other
Exactly.
teams you've done it. That's what I'm saying.
Run
There's
up
been
the
plenty of
scoreboard,
games
I
you've
don't
done
give a
that.
fuck. That's
See?
what you need to take their soul. That's what I'm saying.
See,
you
he
wanna
says that Clash
completely-
when the Eagles could have easily beat the Titans like 60-20, but we decided to take our guys out halfway through the third quarter. Like, I'm not risking injury for fucking another touchdown. It's
Okay,
not worth it.
Okay, I talked to you about last year versus the Cowboys versus Redskins. We were up
Mm-hmm.
like 42-7 at the halftime, and the score ended up like 49-7 at the halftime. Because we put in our backups. There's no reason to keep the starters in there at that point.
I'm just
Where
saying.
are we
it's a
going with
lot.
this?
This guy,
I brought
the
it up,
troller
but
right
I
here.
brought it up.
No, yeah, because the troller over here is bringing this shit up. I don't know what I have to
It
deal
happens.
with clashing.
It happens.
All right.
Next topic.
What? Do you see the Cowboys facing the Eagles in the playoffs or no? You just see them
No.
first
No.
round exits.
No.
No. I don't say
Tell me
first
why.
round. Second round. Before they're getting out first or second round. They might get lucky and beat the Panthers somehow, but I think the Niners are gonna have their way and do
The
whatever
way
they
it's
want.
how it's lined up right now, you'd have to play the Niners in the second round. I don't see you guys beating the Niners.
Good luck. Good luck.
I don't even know if I see us beating the Niners if we get there. So I definitely don't see the Cowboys beating the Niners.
Niners are going all the way. Or
Niners-
Lions. Niners,
Ni-
Lions.
Who's
Niners
the,
are disgusting, man. They're just disgusting. Like
who's y'all Super Bowl pick for right now? Currently,
Right now?
alright, if they're in the playoffs, right now Niners.
yeah,
Niners versus
even me.
who?
Lions versus no.
You
no.
You said
Niners.
Lions?
Niners, Lions. Okay, Niners versus Bengals. That's my Super Bowl pick.
Bengals are probably the favorites, but I'm gonna do Niners Bills still. Niners Bills.
But if the Lions are in the playoffs, I'm picking the Lions.
I bet you won't bet on them though.
Oh, I will. What do you
How
want me to do? What, like right now, bet them to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
I'll put in. I'll do 200.
$200.
$200.
No,
Lions.
you won't. What
I'll
are the
show
odds
you
right
the-
now?
I'll
Look-
show you
look
the
at
recent-
odds right now.
I'll show you the bet tonight.
Wow, he's looking.
Imagine,
at
Imagine the person that bet on the Vikings to win that game at halftime because
I was gonna say, we were talking about that too.
they were
It was
plus 30,000. It was
plus 30
insane.
We should have did that $100 on that. We were talking about it so much too. Like that would have been
Yeah,
the big
we
bet.
were like live chatting during the game.
We
"Oh,
were
just
joking
watch-
around.
yeah,
we
just
weren't
watch
really
it."
expecting it, but because of the Cowboys game, it's like, oh, they gave up 33 in the fourth quarter. They'd still do it.
We could all quit our jobs except JWoww because he's military. He doesn't have an option.
Or no, like Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't. He gotta lower that salute a little lower.
Nah, he likes it nice and high.
In futures. Oh, the Lions are at plus 6,000.
$200. I'll get you 12,000 right there.
Yeah.
Put it down.
Don't do 200 class. She's like 50, something like that.
No, he's
Don't go crazy.
no,
don't
go
go
crazy,
crazy.
go stupid.
Don't
No, I'll
don't
do
be an
it.
idiot.
I'll do
Don't
it.
be an idiot.
I'll do it later.
Show it on
It's only
camera.
$200. We're good.
Only,
No.
yeah.
No, because I just got a new debit card, as you guys might know, so I don't have it saved on my phone yet. So.
What's the debit card number?
It's 5515, and then you gotta guess the rest.
Okay.
Or you can just show us your camera real quick. Let me
Yeah,
Snapchat
just show
Oh,
via
okay.
camera.
it.
And what's the 3
Oh, I got it.
I got it.
You
I
know
think
there's slow-mo on cameras. Hold on real quick.
Yeah, but I showed the back, so you ain't
Yeah,
gonna.
that's what
You
I
might get the
needed.
CVC
You know
if you're
that-
lucky.
Joke's on you. You got a reflection in your background.
Oh, dang it, you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Let me
was
just
your-
order a new card real quick.
Was your cat walking across the screen earlier?
My cat.
Yeah.
No, I doubt it. I
Yeah,
doubt it.
Jerry.
You would have seen him. No,
Well, no,
my
I
cat
could have swore I saw like a reflect. I didn't see him, but I saw like a.
My cat's not up here. I promise you.
Because like
'cause
you
he'd
were
be
like
underneath
you were
my
like
feet.
looking up on your screen for some reason.
My-
Can we let's go ahead and do our picks for the week. How about that?
Okay.
Are we there yet?
Before
else
that,
do we have
Before that, I want to ask, what are y'all plans for Christmas?
Mine are depressing. You don't want to hear them, so
I want to hear it.
no, you don't.
Clashing.
What? Who are we
Yeah,
picking?
what do you plan? No, what are your plans for Christmas?
You don't have it.
What day is Christmas? Hold on.
It's
Sunday.
The 25th Sunday.
Sunday. So I'm gonna wake up at probably about 1 p.m. Watch football. Eat some turkey. Maybe watch some football, and then get on PlayStation.
Nice.
My plans.
When are we gonna meet up again? I want to go to a NASCAR
Vegas.
race.
Vegas.
Vegas.
I know,
Vegas.
but before then, are we gonna go
Vegas.
to like a NASCAR race?
Oh, we'll meet up
Vegas.
at an airport before Vegas. Probably like a day or two
Yeah.
before Vegas.
Before that.
Before that,
Vegas.
I don't know.
I'll see you there in September or whenever the fuck it is.
Why can't we go to somewhere, but you want to go to the Carolina game for the, I guess. The
Because I
Cowboys?
can drive to the Carolina game.
And you could drive to. We could go to Richmond.
Yeah, I'm like 20 or not 20,
Yeah.
like 35 minutes from Richmond.
Class,
But what's the Richmond to do? You don't want to go there. You guys wouldn't survive. You don't want to be there.
I wouldn't
mean?
survive.
You don't want to be
What
there.
do you mean?
You don't want to be there. Trust me.
Why wouldn't I survive?
Your stash, JWoww, would get you fucking mugged. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And you've seen Clashing? He's getting robbed instantly.
Oh,
unless
they're
you
not
tell him.
mugging me. They're not mugging
Oh,
me.
you. I mean, even in Chicago, you might know your way around.
If I can survive
he knows his
Chicago
way
and
around.
Atlanta.
John,
he knows
you
where
know
he's
what
around
I
a lot
mean.
of
Are we
stuff.
changing? Are we changing the subject here?
Oh, he knows his way around. All
Yeah,
right,
but there's
okay.
nothing to do in Richmond. You guys don't want to go there.
All right, we'll move on into the picks of the week. We'll start off with the Washington Commanders versus the 49ers.
49ers.
Yeah, 49ers.
49ers.
Not even close either. Heineke has 3 turnovers in the game. Calling it now.
What about Purdy? You think he's going 300 or McCaffrey's going 150?
300? Purdy hasn't thrown for 200 yet in a game,
No,
has he?
that's what I'm asking her. You
Yeah.
think he's gonna do?
Purdy's gonna go 22 for 27 for
Yeah.
210 yards.
Yes, that's
What
about
about
accurate.
McCaffrey?
He'll have McCaffrey will have a
He'll have like 8 receptions for 70 yards.
McCaffrey, yeah. McCaffrey he'll have over 50 yards receiving and he'll have about 70 yards rushing.
All right, we'll go. I skipped over this game. The Jags versus the Jets. This is gonna be on Thursday night in 2 days.
The Jaguars, they're hot right now. Trevor Lawrence has been one of the best quarterbacks in the league over the last month.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jags also.
I'm not giving up hope. I'm going on the Jets. It's not.
I
even
like
though
to
it's-
look. I like Zach Milton. I just don't trust that offense enough.
I need
Yeah.
the Jets to lose for the Steelers too.
They almost beat the Lions.
Yeah, but they didn't score a lot. That's my point.
I know if they
Against
didn't-
a terrible Lions defense.
They didn't give up that last touchdown against the Lions. Terrible. All right, next game we got Seahawks versus the Chiefs.
I'm taking the upset. Fuck it, Seahawks.
Oh, I was gonna go Seahawks too.
What? I'm
Yep.
going
Yeah, I
Chiefs.
don't like how the Chiefs are playing lately. I just don't like
And
it.
the Seahawks have been in a slump lately. And Kenneth Walker, second game back from injury, I think he's gonna run
Oh,
rampant
no.
over that
I think
Kansas City defense.
I think Geno Smith needs to start riding back to his.
Nah,
the
he's on my fantasy team. He's my fantasy starting quarterback.
That's why
And
you picked him.
we're in the semifinals, baby. We're about to get to the Super Bowl. He's going all the way. He's going all the way.
All right. Oh, you picked? Y'all both picked Seahawks, and I picked
Yep.
Chiefs. Okay.
Yep.
And second to last game, we got the Giants versus the Vikings.
I'm taking. You know what? I'm taking. The Giants have a really good pass rush, but I'm gonna go Vikings. I don't think they have anyone that can guard that receiving core on the Vikings.
I'm going with Vikings. Like, they just came back versus the Colts. Like,
Yeah,
even if they go down by 3 scores now, they're gonna have so much confidence. That, hey, we did it with the Colts, so we can do it again. So I think the Vikings are gonna be.
that's
pretty
fine.
tough.
I don't think that I just don't think the Giants have enough around them to be able to compete in a higher scoring game. Like, they have a good pass rush, but I don't think that's gonna be enough to compete with what Kirk has on offense.
Yeah, I don't think Saquon's gonna put up 30 points.
Yeah.
So
All right. Pick the Vikings. They're coming off a big game, big comeback, the biggest comeback in NFL history. So they're gonna have some momentum on the side. And the last pick, the game of the week we've been talking about for weeks, which probably isn't the game of the week.
Let's get it right.
Yeah.
you go first.
Why do I
You
need to
do.
go first?
Who you picking?
Oh, it's a tie.
No, we're gonna tie.
No. Y'all want my insight?
Yeah, who are you picking?
We already know you're gonna pick. Might as well just spew it out.
Yeah. You know who we're picking. So
Yeah.
like, do we even
I'ma
need to
do
say
that.
who we're picking?
All right, I'm gonna pick the Eagles on this one. Shocker.
Oh, what a loser.
Cowboys
He's
are
trying to
struggling.
jinx them. That's what it is.
Cowboys
Oh,
are
okay, all
struggling.
right, you go.
Cowboys are
I'm
struggling.
Go ahead.
All right.
You go.
Cowboys
Go,
have been
go, McGovern.
struggling, and
Oh,
I think
thought
they
he was
need.
finished with Simmons.
No. And then they're gonna get picked back up next week versus the Titans.
I'm going Cowboys. I think the Cowboys and their fans have proven all year they care a lot more about these games than we do. So I mean, I just think they're gonna come out there and be like, "This is our chance to prove them wrong." And I just really think the Cowboys care a lot more about this game. I really do. I don't think we really care that much. So I'm going Cowboys. I think it's gonna be a higher scoring game maybe, but they're both good defenses. I'll say 27-17 Cowboys over the Eagles. I think the Eagles have a good rush game.
Would any type of result make you feel worried about how if they were
No.
to face again? So let's
No.
say if the game ended 56-0.
No, I still wouldn't be worried because we could have blew out the Cowboys a lot more earlier in the season. Well, if you watched our games early season, we let our foot off the throttle every time. It was kind of I told y'all about this, didn't I? I was pissed. Every freaking game we got up by like 3 scores, we just stopped playing. It was ridiculous. Like I said, I think you win, but why would one game destroy my confidence? You know what I'm saying?
We're both picking each other's teams, so that's respect right there. Clashing.
Yeah, the Cowboys have been playing like trash lately. Like, it's one of the worst teams in the NFL. Obviously, they almost lost to the Texans. They did lose to the Jags. Jags aren't even that good. But the
he's
Eagles,
gonna downplay it like they're some type of bums.
not
right
even
now.
good.
Okay,
Not a bums.
No.
They lost to two
Before you
bums.
stop. Before you make your pick, you know who even
I'm a
took the
troll.
you know who took the Texans to overtime? The Chiefs were in overtime with the Texans.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trolling.
No, yeah, of course. But I'm
I'm just trolling because I already knew I was gonna pick. I'm going with the Cowboys.
surprising. All right. That's the first time he picked the Cowboys.
Well, I just wanted to fire you up, and like before I said that, just to
I know.
fire you up.
Oh, I need to clip that. I've never heard him say he would pick the Cowboys ever.
We just made his day right here. It's Christmas
This
present for
This
you.
man really thinks one loss is gonna like scare me with the Eagles. Like,
Yeah, I don't
Really?
think it matters.
Really?
Oh,
that'd be your second loss of the season. Like, I'm not gonna be like we could
No.
lose 80-0 and I wouldn't be afraid. Like, That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not going to change me at all.
So nothing's gonna like downplay your team to where it's like, wow, I think we need to have a wake up call.
No, because I've been one of the people all year that has said I think we're really good, but I also think we can get beat by anyone if we don't show up,
Okay,
like anyone.
okay. What if Jalen Hurts does play and then he throws 4 picks that game?
He had a bad game, just like he did last week, but he had 3 rushing touchdowns. He came back in the second half, played a lot better.
What if they get shut out with Jalen Hurts in there?
It's a bad game. Everyone has him. Everyone has him.
So, but if it has a bad game in the playoffs, then it's a different story.
And you lose. No, it's the same thing. He had a bad game. I don't make excuses for my team. If we lose, we lose.
I don't make excuses for my
How many? You do, and this is why I say, and you can both agree on this. I'm the most unbiased sports fan you'll ever meet in your entire life.
What excuses have I made about my Cowboys in the playoffs?
Let me pull up my list. Oh, we got. What game was it where there was like 2-mile-an-hour wind? That's why you guys lost. I mean, we got a ref.
Yeah, for that field goal. Yeah. That was
a little
great.
windy. Oh, it was too cold out.
It was windy. It was windy in an indoor arena. It was crazy. It was a massive amount of wind.
What?
Last year,
a little bit of windy, and you're like, oh, that's why we lost. It was windy. We couldn't throw the ball. We couldn't do anything. It was just windy.
I mean, there was like 15 miles an hour wind, man. What are we supposed to do? I mean,
You make Cowboy fans make up anything. Just like this week, they blame Dak for their loss.
But you will admit that I've been a lot more better this year than I have last year or the year before.
It's coming though. It is.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming.
'cause,
Wait until playoffs.
Because like when we lost against the Packers, it's like, I mean, yeah, we blew a 14-point lead, and then we lose against the Jags, we lose a 17-point lead. Our defense just let up 503
No excuses
yards.
yet, but I'm sure when you guys play the Niners again, it'll be like there'll be one play like where it's like, oh, it's his fault we lost.
Oh, almost any play is big in a playoff game. You got to go to the minute details to find everything in a playoff game. Like a turnover, if you having turnovers in the playoffs, that easily can cost you big.
I'll put it this way. Let's say Eagles are losing to the Niners by 6, right? At the end of the game. And it's like a 20-14 game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they clearly do a pass interference on one of my players. You know what I'm going to say? If we lose that game by 6 and that pass interference was called, we didn't do enough plays earlier in the game to win the game. That's how I look at it.
And you won't say that, JWoww. You will blame that specific play and why we lost. That's what you would say for the Cowboys losing.
What about Shady? He was complaining how the offsides, or not the offsides, but the illegal shift and then not illegal shift.
Which is
illegal formation.
I agree with the pass interference. I was okay with the pass interference, but I wasn't okay with the offsides.
McLevin just pointed out to. It shouldn't have came down to that in the first place.
Well, I told Shady this. I don't know if you were in the party yet. I literally told Shady this. I also said if you want to blame someone the biggest for that loss, I don't care how much people want to hype Heineke. He hasn't even been that great. He was a turnover machine on Sunday night.
Yeah,
he should have had a couple picks too. Like my thing is, like, I hate when any fan base or anyone wants to blame 1 or 2 plays for an entire game. You had so many opportunities to win a game. If it's a 1-possession game and you don't get 1 call, that is on you for having that game be that close. That's how I look at it. And other people might disagree. That's how I look at it. And I think it's a loser mentality to blame anyone but yourself as a team for losing a game.
Got anything to add to that, Clashin?
Nope.
All right.
You agree, Clashin? Loser mentality?
Yeah, I believe in being humble when you lose. I mean, you lose, you lose. You shouldn't make excuses for losing. But there's a Cowboy fan over here. There's always something. It hasn't happened yet. I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit.
No, but I'm saying when Mr. Trubisky threw an interception, that's why we lost. Mr. Trubisky threw interceptions.
I wasn't that hard, though.
It shouldn't have come down to him throwing 3 interceptions, though.
It shouldn't have.
But you're making.
I'm just saying that was the game we should have won. That's the game we should have won. But I'm not blaming those specific plays for why we lost.
I saw many texts where you said, "Well, these 3 interceptions, Mr. Trubisky." I'm not gonna say what you call him, but Mr. Trubisky. All right.
I think JWoww gets where I'm coming from, though.
Yeah,
like,
of course,
I look at it differently. I just don't like the loser mentality. 1 or 2 plays cost you a game. I just don't like that.
Will we be able to see you on this show anytime soon, or in the playoffs? Any special appearances?
Possibly. It depends, but yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I might come on for a birthday week, so you guys congratulate me. About to be the big 2-5, catching up to Clashing.
Oh man, I think that's past our age limit. May have to get kicked out.
He's already 25, so if I'm kicked out, Clashing, fuck you, you're out.
I'll be 26 in about a month.
Yeah, see?
Oh man, we got some old folks in here.
Says
TJ over here.
I know you only like him young. Look at that stash.
Okay, I mean,
It
I can't
happens.
even. I can't grow a beard though. Look, he can grow a
I
beard.
can't grow one either. I grow like fuzz.
I can grow a nice beard. I just can't. I gotta shave. I'm pretty sure this is out of regs too, so it's gotta be like, yeah, it would look bad if I.
You should just shave all this and just leave like right here.
Yeah, right here, and then
Yeah,
Shave all this going.
Kind of do a little.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna wrap this show up. This is our Christmas special. This is very rare. We're not gonna see everybody have their cameras, so I kind of forced them a little bit to get their cameras on. But I'm surprised they did it. Yeah, I had to pay them a little bit.
I'm still waiting for that $300, but
All right, I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it anymore. All right, thanks for coming on the show, McLovin, and thanks Clashing for putting on your camera for once.
Everyone have a happy holidays, by the way.
Yep, happy holidays, guys.
yep, Merry Hanukkah.